This tutorial covers the skills necessary to choose a segment from your recorded footage and edit it into the movie that will be submitted for review. Be sure to rewind and review any steps that are not clear. Any editing in iMovie is non-destructive. This means that it is hard to accidentally delete anything, so don't be afraid to experiment with the program. Things that you will need for this tutorial. First, all the footage that has already been imported into iMovie. This was explained in a previous tutorial. A set of headphones so that you can listen to the footage without disturbing the neighbors in the lab. Time to edit the footage. 30 to 60 minutes, depending on how much editing or footage that you need to review. Finally, it is important at this point to review the specific requirements listed for your area of licensure. Have these ready and check your movie to ensure that you have met all of the requirements. Let's review the iMovie interface. You will note that there are 4 specific quadrants in iMovie. The project window, located in the top left, contains either a list of projects that are already on the machine or the open and active project. The playback window, located on the top right, shows the video of the clip or project wherever the playhead is located. Since we are using actual classroom footage, this area has been purposefully blurred. The event library. Located in the bottom left, the event library shows any events that have been imported into iMovie that are available for your project. Finally, the event window. Located in the bottom right, the event window shows any video footage that is selected from the event library. A few other parts of the user interface. The zoom bars, located at the bottom of the project and event windows. The zoom bars allow you to see more or less of your project and media. Zoom in to make it easier to select what you want. Zoom out to make more of the clip visible on the screen. An indication of 5 seconds means that you will see a thumbnail of your clip taken every 5 seconds. An indication of 30 seconds, as you see in the window right now, means that the thumbnails you see are taken every 30 seconds of your footage. Directly next to the zoom bars, you'll see the Show Hide Audio button. This allows you to see a graphical representation of the audio attached to your footage. Toggle this on and off if you like. It is sometimes useful to quickly see when someone begins or ends talking. Finally, the playhead. The playhead is the red bar that shows where in the project or in the media windows that the project is being played in the playback window. One thing to note is that the playhead follows your mouse and you do not need to click or move it. This can take a little getting used to. Watch your footage and determine the segment of the video that fulfills your requirements. To do this, select the event that contains your footage from the event library on the bottom left. Once you have done this, move your mouse to the part of the footage in the event window where you want to begin. You do not need to click. The playhead will move to wherever your mouse is floating. Press the space bar to begin playing back your footage from where the playhead sits. As you review your footage, make a mental note of where in your footage the segment you want to use starts and stops. To pause playback, press the space bar. Once you have found the segment of your footage that you want to use, it is time to select that footage and drop it into your project. The selector box is yellow. If by chance all of your footage is already selected, in that it's already all yellow, we first have to unselect your footage. You can do this by clicking in the Edit menu at the top of the screen and then clicking Select and then None. Find where the segment that you want to use begins. At this point, it is okay to select more than what you need. We can trim that off later. Click and hold the mouse button at your start point and drag the mouse to the end point of your desired clip. Release the mouse button when you have reached the end of the segment that you want. Note that at the bottom of the screen, you will see how many minutes and seconds that you have selected. Use this as a guideline for selecting your footage. You can fine-tune your selection by clicking and dragging the start and stop points of the yellow selection box. Once you have selected the segment that you want to use, it is time to drag it into your project window. Click and hold in the middle of the yellow selection box. Drag the selected clip into the project window. You will note that any footage that is in the project window will be reflected in the event window with an orange bar under it. If you need to trim the clip that's in your project, float your mouse over the clip and look for the gear icon located at the beginning of the clip. Click the gear icon and select Clip Trimmer from the list that appears. The whole clip will be selected and the selection box will turn from yellow to blue. Note also that the bottom of the iMovie window will turn and you will see the clip selected. In the bottom half of the iMovie window, click and drag the ends of the selection box until you have selected only what you want to use. Press the Done button in the Clip Trimmer box on the bottom half of the screen when you are finished. Play your project and make sure it meets your state requirements as well as the time constraints listed in those requirements. You can optionally add a title screen to your clip. This is not a requirement, but may be handy for the people who will be evaluating your video. Switch to the titler function of iMovie. Select the title browser from the list of tools in the middle right hand of the screen. It is the button labeled T. Select the type of title that you want to add. There are a variety of titles available. The first one in the list, called Centered, is what we recommend. Click and drag the title to the beginning of your project. Drop it at the very beginning of your video, so that it's not over top your video, but is instead in the beginning of it. After you drop the title at the beginning of your video, it will prompt you to select which background you'd like to have for it. Select the black background. Now it's time to change the title text. Make sure that the title is selected in your project. It should be highlighted in yellow. In the playback window, double-click the title and replace it with what you want to be in it. We recommend using your name for the main title. In the subtitle, you can include information such as the cooperating teacher's name, the name of the school, the date of the video, and perhaps what licensure is being sought. When you are finished editing your video, it is time to share and export it. This is done by clicking the Share menu and then clicking Export Movie. You can use the smallest settings. More details of this can be found in the next tutorial titled Exporting and Compressing Your Video.